Previously, on Spider-Man Noir, Peter's story started in a corruption-riddled New York. The city was controlled by the mob boss, Norman Osborn, known as the Goblin. During the Great Depression, many people were poor, jobless, crimes are everywhere, police cannot be trusted, and in this dire situation, Peter Parker, a 19-year-old who wants to be a journalist, working at the Daily Bugle. He lives with his Aunt May and Uncle Ben, who fight for the workers' rights. But one night, one of Norman's thugs, the Vulture, killed Uncle Ben, ate him alive. Peter is heartbroken, angry, seeing the mutilated body of his uncles. He wants revenge, so he begins to track down the gang, led by Norman. At that time, he was bitten by a spider, which was released from an ancient artifact, and the spider god gave Peter incredible powers. He gets super strength, can stick to walls, shoot webs from his wrist. He wanted to fight back, so Peter took his uncle's old war goggles, a black coat, and a hat, becoming the Spider-Man Noir. He unleashed chaos on the Goblin thugs, and during that time, he also became closer to Felicia Hardy, the owner of a nightclub. She was Ben Urich's girlfriend, a photojournalist who wanted to take down Osborn and his evil empire, but he was murdered. So Felicia is helping Peter to finish off Osborn. But to make matter worse, Osborn sends Vulture to kill Aunt May. But before he could jump on May, Spidey interferes and shoots him down, kills Vulture. He defeats almost every gang members and finally confronts Norman. Peter had the opportunity to kill the Goblin, but decided not to. He should stand trial and face the justice. But then, Raven the Hunter, who was dying, attacked Osborn and took his life. Now it's 1939. Peter Parker is a private detective by day and vigilante Spider-Man by night, solving crimes, helping his city corruption-free. But like the other universes, this reality's Peter is also struggling with money problem. There is no case. His rent is also due. The owner of the apartment is about to kick him out. There is no love in his life. MJ broke up with him. But then, a girl enters into his chamber, asking Peter to solve the case of her father's murder, and it is Gwen Stacy. But the situation is about to get worse, as it seems Captain George Stacy was not an honest officer, and his killer is Spider-Man. Welcome to Comicstube YouTube channel. In today's video, we will review Chapter 2 of Spider-Man Noir. You can get the previous part on this playlist. So if you guys are new here, please subscribe and turn on the notifications to never miss any future uploads. Please like, comment and share. All the text and images are owned by its respected company. You can support them by purchasing it digitally or from any offline stores. Life isn't easy for Peter. A couple of days ago, he didn't have any job, no money, his rent was due, and now he's solving a case of a pretty girl, Gwen Stacy, whose father, Captain George Stacy, is murdered. She gave Peter an advance money to pay the rent, but unknown to her, Captain Stacy was murdered by Spider-Man. When Peter finds the details, he discovered he was a member of the Scorpion gang, which is terrorizing the city. Stacy was about to shoot Peter, but before he did that, Peter shot him down. And now, there is a gang war going on in the city between the Scorpion gang and a new mafia boss, Hardboiled. Spidey has to take them down, but before that, he needs to save the innocent people who caught in the crossfire. Peter isn't worried about the criminals. He doesn't care if they live or die. All he cares about the innocent lives. Peter manages to take the fight in a less crowded place, and now he targets the mob boss, Hardboiled. But as the fight continues, Peter gives the final blow, but his fist goes straight into the swollen part of the criminal's head, and it bursts open, releases some kind of acid that burns Peter's hand. And as he became distracted, the criminal takes the opportunity and gives a powerful punch, and Peter falls unconscious. Sometime later, Peter regains his sense, and he finds himself on a rooftop, surrounded by some kids. One of them tells Peter that big guy hit him so hard that he flew up into this roof. The cops showed up and caught most of them, but the big guy got away, and then the kids gave Peter a shiny, diamond-like object. They find it on the docks. After the cops left, the Scorpion gang came looking for it, but by that point, the kids got the diamond and they escaped the place. They thought it is important and Spider-Man should have this. Peter thanks the kids and he left the place. The next day, he pays a visit to his client's house. After gathering a lot of details, Peter tells Gwen that her father was not the man he seemed to be. He led a secret life that he kept her out of. He wanted to protect her. Actually, Peter wants to tell her everything about what Captain Stacy was doing, but he can't. Peter is worried for her. Captain Stacy was running with a pretty tough crowd. His life was in constant danger, so Gwen says she knew that he risked his life as a policeman, but that's all she knew. And then she asks him, did he find out who killed her father? So Peter says he has an idea. He really wants to give her the whole picture from what he has uncovered, but it's not as simple as it might seem. But while talking with Gwen, Peter sees a picture on wall that is hanging on an odd angle, and removing it, Peter discovers another safe. It is locked, but Peter knows a way to open it. At night, Peter went to the Black Cat Club, the former nightclub of Felicia Hardy. Peter once romantically involved with her, but while looking for the details, he meets one of his school friend, Arnie. They talk for a moment, and then Arnie shows him the invitation card of the Nazi rally at Madison Square Garden. Adolf Hitler is going to throw the foreigners out of this country, and Arnie supports him. Later, Peter returns to his chamber. He is confused. He wants to tell Gwen everything about her father, but he can't. And that time, Mary Jane shows up and she quickly notices something is bothering Peter. So he tells her about the case that Spider-Man killed Gwen's father. He was working for the Scorpion gang and he shot him in self-defense. And looking at Peter's face, MJ figures out that Peter likes this girl and it is tearing him up inside. So she advises Peter, if he really likes her, then he should tell her the truth. Peter says he wants to tell her the whole thing. Gwen thinks her father was undercover, but from the research, Peter finds out Stacy was a dirty cop. He was working for the bad guys. So MJ warns Peter, if he killed her father, so he shouldn't attach any feelings with that girl. It will be bad for them, just like his responsibility broke them apart. He can't keep this secret forever. At the rally, Peter shows up as Spidey. A huge crowd is protesting against Hitler, and like these people, Peter also hates Hitler. In the garden, an older Jewish man rushes onto the stage, trying to hit the Nazi commander. But as the situation gets heated, Spidey breaks into that stage. But right that time, he is confronted by a giant Nazi soldier. After fighting a lot, Peter manages to take him down and he calls it a day. At the night, Peter returns to his office. After all this mess, he is feeling tired. But then he sees Gwen is standing in front of his door. Peter gets worried. He tries to convince her that he has still not finalized who killed her father. But Gwen says she doesn't came here to discuss about her father or the case. She can't sleep in that huge empty apartment. She feels alone, so she begs Peter to stay with her tonight. So Peter agrees to go with her. He also can't control his emotions. And finally, in this reality, Peter and Gwen are going to become a couple. But things are going to get worse when Gwen is going to find out that it was Spider-Man/Peter Parker who killed her father. And with this, the chapter 2 of Spider-Man Noir comes to a close. So which part you like the most? Please let me know on the comment section down below. And please like this video and do subscribe, as this will motivate me to make more contents. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.